Ladies and gentlemen, today I want us to discuss the just concluded by-elections in Kakamega and Mombasa uh, counties. Although there were several by-elections in Ukambani and Kacheliba. Um, there were, I think, a total of 6 by-elections. Um, in terms of the member of parliament and gubernatorial, although there were others in the MCA category. But to note, or rather, the important ones that I want us to discuss today is the gubernatorial races, both in Kakamega and um, Mombasa County. I still hold the view that these two key counties elections were postponed by Chebukati intentionally to give advantage to Dr. William Ruto. And my view is reinforced by the affidavit signed by Cherera and his group that said that Chebukati unilaterally made the decision to uh, postpone these two elections without consulting anyone. So, why would Chebukati postpone these elections? Uh, who ordered him to uh, postpone these elections and why? Um, and the effects of this postponement of this election, and finally the election that happened yesterday. Those are some of the things that I want us to discuss today. Uh, but before I do this, I would want to ask you if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed, please take a moment of your time, hit the subscription button down below. It's the red button that you see down there. Please like, share, and comment uh, on this video. Tell me why you think this election was postponed, uh, even as I give my version of why I think the election was postponed. The election in these two areas was postponed um, by Chebukati under unclear circumstances. Although he said that there were some mix-up in the printing of the ballots, which begs then the question: wasn't there someone to inspect this printing process? There is wide belief that Chebukati uh, postponed these elections under instructions from William Samoei Ruto. It is now increasingly uh, getting clear to the public the relationship between Ruto and Chebukati, and anyone who doesn't see this probably is um, the people affiliated with UDA. Uh, but it is clear to the general public that there is something fishy that involves the relationship between these two. And the intention of the postponement of these uh, elections was to ensure that Ruto clinches these two key counties. And this was to be done once Ruto was declared president, and then because he would be wielding too much power uh, um, that is vested in him as the president, then it will go without saying that he will bag the two seats, which are very crucial for Azimio brigade. And by doing so, he would have dealt a huge blow to Raila Amolo Odinga. These elections were also postponed to suppress voter turnout during the general election in the perceived Azimio strongholds, that is Mombasa and Kakamega, which Raila enjoyed much support. So by postponing this election, Chebukati uh, directly influenced the voter turnout of these areas, and um, in the process reduced the number of presidential votes probably Raila would have gotten if the elections would have been done at the time the general election was scheduled to happen. The effects of the postponement of this election, the direct effects um, to the two gubernatorial elections, it also affected the turnout in the election that were held yesterday, because the number there are so many people who traveled from Nairobi, Mombasa, to go to, say, Kakamega to go and vote during the general election. And these people would not travel back just because they want to go and elect the governor. The same would have happened maybe for people who traveled from Nairobi to Mombasa during the general election to go and vote. The same guys cannot again travel from wherever they are to Mombasa to go just to vote for the gubernatorial uh, elections. So this postponement also had a voter suppression effect to the two counties. The number of people who would have voted during the general election, I'm sure, are not the same that voted yesterday. And some of the effects of this postponement is, number one, it was to reduce Raila votes in the general election. Number two, to ensure UDA clinched the two seats in the subsequent by-election that were scheduled. That is, actually, the two by-election were meant to happen after uh, Ruto was sworn in, so that he will wield his power and exert his influence to ensure that UDA clinches the seats. But the team led by Cherera, that the splinter group that splintered from the IEBC, uh, spoiled the party for Ruto and Chebukati, because they came out clearly and said that Chebukati is the one who made the unilateral decision to postpone the election with no cause. And to ensure, number three, in the effects of the postponed election, uh, it has ensured voter apathy in Azimio voters' stronghold. And this was especially after the fraud that happened at the Bomas. And to be honest, this is going to ensure that there is low turnout in the Azimio perceived areas. And Ruto was banking on this to ensure that his candidate wins, because generally there is a general feeling among the Azimio supporters that there is no need to engage in a voter exercise if a few people can gang around and change the will of the people. So, and this is exactly the same thing that Ruto would be banking on in case the Supreme Court overturns his win and orders are rerun. That's why you see them going around claiming that there is no way the Supreme Court can declare a winner the best they can do is to order a rerun, and they are ready for a rerun. They are hoping that the Azimio voters will be bogged down and with the voter apathy and the reasoning that there is no need to vote if my vote is not secure. Um, that is the effect of uh, this fraud that happened at Bomas. Now, the results of these two um, elections are out, and it is clear right from the beginning the importance of these two seats to both sides of the political divide. And winning these seats would bolster or would have bolstered the winning side's resolve. Would it have been UDA or ODM, Azimio for that matter? And this would have injected the new energy in the wake of the Supreme Court battle. And according to all indications, ODM has won the two seats. And from the reaction countrywide, you could feel the sigh of relief and the happy mood that is across the country, especially in the Azimio stronghold. Um, there was songs and dance in the areas like Mombasa, in which Hassan Ali Joho led a group of crowd in celebrations, and also in Kakamega, almost the whole night people were engaged in songs and dances throughout the night. Um, I come from Kakamega and Kitale, the two most developed counties and most underdeveloped counties, respectively, in the country, if I may say, because um, Wycliffe Oparanya did a very good job in Kakamega, and ask anyone from Kakamega will tell you this. There is very good infrastructure in Kakamega, and uh, comparing that with Kitale, I must say that Kitale, for the past 10 years, has had one of the worst governors in the country. And all the more reasons I think the people of Kakamega went with their best performing governor who had vouched for Fernandez Baraza. And I think from where I'm seated, probably that is why most people were confident and happy that Fernandez would win, and they were happy uh, because Fernandez Baraza won, because he was affiliated, I think, with Wycliffe Ambetsa of Paranya. I think the two counties have done well by locking out Ruto from their counties. And if anything, and if what is going around in the media, social media, is true, that uh, the UDA counties are already being coerced and forced to contribute to the Supreme Court battle by coughing out some money to fund the UDA battle in the Supreme Court, then I think the citizens of these two countries, counties, did well to lock out UDA from their folds. Um, and that is my take on these elections. Congratulations to Fernandez Baraza and Abduswamad Nasir, um, for winning these two coveted seats for Azimio. Please comment below and tell me your thoughts. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and that, because that is how you support this channel to grow and be seen by many others. Thank you.